Welcome to a brand new episode of the Oracles. My name is Manelisi, and with me, as usual, is the superstar, the brilliant superstar Oracle, Zee Mazibu. Zee, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you, Manlis. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm very, very good. It's a brand new week, and as promised today, yeah, from last week's episode, we promised to start talking about the newer albums that recently came
Yeah.
out. So you and I have put together like a short list of some of the albums that we've been listening to, and we'll be talking about it. This is actually the second time that we do like just the entire episode, like do album reviews. So that is what we'll be doing today. Now, what have you got on your list?
In my head, I'm thinking, you say it's a brand new week. I'm like, oh, so it's a Monday. I'm so
Yeah.
used to us recording on a Tuesday. I'm like, yo, it's only a Monday.
Yeah.
And I feel long, but you know what? It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I hope you're good. I hope you had a great weekend.
I'm good. I'm good. I
Enjoying
had a
life at
brilliant
home.
one.
That's great.
Yeah.
This is my favorite day of the week, actually. People always question me when I say that. I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, I feel like Mondays are good because I decide on what note to start my week and I have
Oh yeah.
self-control, you know?
Yeah.
So I always tell myself it's going to be a good week and I have self-control. Like Mondays, if you want to catch me at my best, catch me Mondays. From my workouts to my work, to my studies, to my Bible studies, literally every single thing. On Monday, I'm on
Yeah.
load. Then you catch me on a Thursday, I'm like, yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday for me, I'm just like, why? Why? I'm glad you had a good week, man. I had a good weekend as well.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, when you mentioned albums, now,
Yeah.
remember when I asked you the other time, I'm just like, yo, how many people have released and what have they released? And as I was going through what I want to discuss as my albums, right, or what's been on my rotation,
Yeah.
and I know that naturally, a South African music kind of girly, right?
Mm.
Yes, I do listen to internationally, but not as much as I do locally. Like this, whether it's what you call R&B, I'm just a South African girly. And today, when I was going through my list or compiling my list, I'm just like, yeah, no, that's literally what you always listen to.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at my list, I'm like, there's no international album. They don't even one, not even one. And I'm just like, okay.
It,
I don't know how I feel about that. Is a good thing. Also, I'm just
it's
like, range, mama, range.
it's like I feel like it's a good thing, because with me as well, when whatever music that I'm playing, if I'm playing like a set, whether it's hip hop or it's house or whatever, my especially with hip hop, my priority is always South African music.
Mm,
So when we have like a list, when you put together a list of albums that we've been listening to, and it's just it's made up of South African albums, South African artists, like I feel like it's a good thing because it speaks
yeah.
of the quality of the music that is being released in the country. And
Mm.
also when you like go back to like maybe 10 to 20 years ago, if we were doing the same thing, these lists would be dominated by international artists, I
That
think.
is true. That is definitely true. Because I think back with me, like just me and myself, nobody else.
Yeah.
And I think about the music I used to listen to back in high school. There's a lot of Lil Wayne there. There's a lot of
No.
Eminem there. There's a lot of Kanye there. And
Yeah.
like, actually, who was I listening to locally? Yes, there was Pro, but local music wasn't dominating my playlist.
Yeah, it
It
wasn't.
was just international. And now it's vice versa. And I'm just like, okay, the quality of music that we're producing in this country is insane. And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely here for it.
Yeah. And we don't even need um to listen to a lot of international music to be entertained. Like we can just listen to local stuff entirely and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Because also I feel like we have a lot of range. Hey, like we're very good with when it comes to house, when it comes to piano. Like there's different genres in this country that will literally keep you entertained, not just, excuse me, for a week, but all throughout. That's just range that we have.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like with genres like R&B, like South Africa is producing a lot of R&B artists right now with the newer generation.
They definitely are. I was looking at what you call, there's somebody who posted a screenshot the other time and something along the lines of new artists to look forward to, and that list was being dominated by R&B artists more than
Mm.
hip hop artists. I was like, okay, that's beautiful. There's
Yeah,
something to look forward to, especially with the coming season. There's something about R&B in winter, man. It's slow. Everything is moving the way I want it to. Because I love
yeah,
winter. So everything is easy,
easy.
so I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. Winter is fun. Winter is a fun season.
Apparently, we're crazy for liking winter.
No ways.
Apparently.
Winter is
Yet people
perfect.
prefer a heat wave over a cold front, which is something that I would never understand.
Yeah, but I feel like
Because
it's
I
mainly
can't
people
think.
who. What's that?
No, I'm saying I feel like I can't think when it's hot. Like I feel flustered. I can't think. I can't do anything.
Like there's a lot going on when it's like the body itself overheats when it's
Exactly.
really hot. So it's very hard to operate. But I feel like a lot of people who prefer the summer over winter, are people who do not like to stay in the house. It's usually people who always want to be out.
I said that the other time as well because I feel like if it's cold and you're indoors, just grab a blanket. But
Yeah,
if they're outside, you need to dress up, they can't rock as much. The liquor is cold, it's not as nice, and there's a lot to consider. Also, if you're wearing bomber jackets,
just
the person
yeah,
is wearing jackets, it's a lot. So it kind of makes sense
so
why they wouldn't like the winter
winter.
season.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, anyway, that.
Yeah. Each its own.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, let's get into the music. Actually, before you give us a list, um,
Mhm.
what the music that you've been listening to recently, is there anything that is on the list that you've put together? Or is it like a song or a couple of songs that are outside of the albums that we're going to be talking about today?
Mm, The ones they're on the list.
Yeah.
Because most of the songs I've been listening, other songs besides these ones that I've been listening to are released as singles.
Okay.
They're not
Yeah.
part of an album yet. People haven't released certain albums or albums that I'm looking forward to. So right now it's just been singles. But because I'm looking at my list right now, literally that's my rotation.
Mm,
Especially the past couple of, I think, weeks or couple of months. Yeah, the past 2 months I can see.
yeah.
Because I'm looking at my list here and I'm looking at my standout track. One of my standout tracks for Ricky's album, Bas'tholile Forever, is Ish featuring Blackie. Literally, that song is always finds its way to my shuffle all the time. I'm just like, why? What's going on?
No.
Like, out of all the songs there, Ish literally finds itself to my. I'm just like, I've accepted. But what's in a day when I'm listening to music, this song is going to play, and I'm not even mad anymore. I think that's why it's one of my standout because it's a fire song.
Yeah.
So yeah. Think that most of the other songs are just not an album.
Yeah. Because one song that over the weekend that I've kept going back to, actually it's like two songs, because the one song is Hi Baba, by Chronic Deep, featuring Kabza. That and I've okay, so I actually have the song on my computer, but I just
Mhm.
haven't found the proper set yet that I want to play it in. But I
Mhm.
really love that song. I really, really love that song. And then the second song is it's actually a jazz song
Mhm.
that my brother sent to me over the weekend. So I just couldn't get away from listening to it. And he sent it to me because so I don't know what he was listening to, but I guess
Mhm.
it just came on. So it's a song by the Manahan Street Band called "Make the Road" by Walking. That one is a song that is sampled by Jay-Z for Rock Boys, and the winner is on the American Gangster album. Like it's a very, very it's a beautiful song, and it's a song that I never thought about looking up because I love looking at samples. I love like researching samples to see which song was sampled. But with Rock Boys, I never thought about looking up what if it was sampled or not, or if it's completely original. So my brother sent it to me over the weekend, and it's something that I've been listening to.
Now that you mentioned The Weeknd, there's one song I've been listening to for I think thing is I listen to it for a few days, like back to back to back. Then a few days I forget about it, then I go back to it.
Yeah,
And since Saturday, if not Friday evening, it is part of an album, but it's an album from last year.
yeah,
It's Utina Zungu with his son, Undumiso Zungu,
yeah.
and they were doing that, the recording Spirit of Faith 10.
Oh, okay.
It's Ujesu Fika Kuqala, yes.
Yeah,
That's such a beautiful song. I love it so much. And also I love how talented Ndumiso is. I think I heard him the first time, I think 2 years ago, if not 3 years ago. He was on radio, I think with Tibo Touch, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. I think I
And
remember
I've
that
just been
period.
a fan since. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I haven't heard any of his own songs until this one here. So whenever he was singing, he'd be singing like his dad's songs,
Oh, okay.
performing with his dad. And I
Yeah,
could hear that he's got the vocals. The vocal range is insane. And for a young kid that he is,
yeah,
like growing up as an adult, he's going to be a powerhouse. So now they have that song with his dad, and I absolutely love it, man. It's
no,
beautiful the way they sing, the way the choir comes on behind them. It's one of my favorite songs actually from the album. So that's been one of my tracks that's been playing the whole weekend.
yeah.
One thing about me, I don't care if it's a Friday, it's a Monday, or a Sunday. I will listen to gospel
Gospel.
at
Yeah,
any given point. Literally, you will find me Friday midday. People are dancing. I'm listening to gospel.
gospel.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's like I've accepted, good, that's who I am.
yeah,
I've accepted
yeah, and
anytime because now most people listen to gospel in the morning or on Sundays.
yeah,
I mean, now you will catch me at 5 p.m. driving from work on a Friday. Friday, you're thinking should be heading to groove, listening to my piano. I'm listening to
no,
gospel
gospel.
music.
Yeah,
I've accepted. I'm just a
yeah.
gospel community.
Yeah, man. And there's one song there's a song by Buddy Nice called "I Fell in Love."
Mhm.
It's the Broken Take remix. It's not out yet, and it's driving me crazy because I keep seeing it on TikTok. I don't know when Buddy Nice is going to release it, but it's just driving me crazy, and I hope that it's going to be releasing it very soon because I know that that song is going to be hot. It is going to
I
be
hate
like
when
super,
artists
super
do
hot.
that. Oh, excuse me, I hate when artists do that. As much as I hate it, nah, I love the ones who eventually release the song.
Yeah.
I found them two that will tease a song today on the 26th of May 2025. 2028, we'll still be asking for the
The
song.
song. Yeah.
Oh,
And
Honda, guys, nobody pisses me off like them two that, and I love him so much. Oh, but man.
and Gabza does the same as well because he'll be
Yo,
playing like a song and it's a super, super song, but it never comes out.
there's a song I still want from them too. Actually, three songs that I still want that that man played at a set that he had or did rather. Remember when they eased the restrictions for COVID
Yeah.
late? Yes, it's 2025. He still hasn't released those songs.
It's just sitting on
So
on
every time
his
when I hear
hard
those
drive.
songs, I'm afraid that makes of him. Yes. So every time when I listen to those songs, I even know where on the mix the songs are because that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear the entire mix.
Yeah.
I want that song. So now I'm so 41 minutes and 23 seconds and play. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Guys, artists abuse us sometimes. They really abuse us. Knowing how much you love music, they really,
Yeah.
really abuse us. But
No,
it's
they
okay.
do. Yeah, they do. But I'm really hoping that Buddy Nice releases that song because it's really hot. And I don't know that there's a lady who's a DJ. I just forget what the name is. It's Lady something. Let me just quickly check on here. I don't know if she just used the sound. Oh, it's Judy J.
Mm.
Yeah, Judy J.
Oh, I love
And
Judy.
she, yeah, and she plays deep house. So I don't know if she just used the sound or if Buddy Nice sent her the song to play in one of the sets. But yeah, like and it's the first. It was when I came across a TikTok that I first heard the song, and I
Mm.
had to go into the comments to see what it's called, and I found out that it's not released as yet. Went online trying to see if
Nothing.
someone leaked it. Nothing.
See what I'm talking about. But it's fine. It's okay. We'll enjoy the ones that we have right now. Artists
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
giving us music.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the albums. Let's get into the albums. I don't know how far we'll be able to go, but we don't have a very long list today.
Yeah, no, we don't. So I'll go album, you'll go album, no? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. That's perfect.
All right, so also I'd like to state this is not in particular order.
Oh
No,
yeah, that's very
stop
important.
saying.
That is
That's
very important.
important.
Yeah.
That's important. But yeah, the first album I listed is Because I Said So by Ginger Cho.
Yeah.
As the show is starting to feel like it's a pro Moga Ginger Cho because man, there's always something about Ginger, but it's okay.
Yeah.
The work speaks for itself. So Because I Said So was released on the 7th of March. It has 9 songs and it's 21 minutes, 22 seconds. I personally love the entire album and I like all songs. But
Yeah.
remember how you said to me standout tracks, which is very difficult for me. That is very difficult for me.
Yeah.
But I tried to have two standout tracks. I might have a special mention, but my top two tracks rather is James Harden. That for me is I love that song so much. It reminds me of Mama Right by Ginger featuring Kate Soman. There's
Yeah.
something I like about like those hardcore beats, you know? Like you remember School of the Hard Knocks? Like I like those kind of beats. I
Yeah.
don't know why I do. So James Harden gives me a whole lot of that. Then my second fave is Big Five featuring Zulu Meka. I absolutely love that song. And also how Zulu Meka just comes on, writes that song.
Oh.
It's a very smart feature for me personally.
Hmm.
Because remember how we had that whole topic, Ke Big Three, that just trended the entire year last year?
Yeah.
So I know he kind of was leaning into that, but I like how he didn't go with the obvious feature. Because he could have easily done a Kwesta, he could have easily done a Reason, could have
Yeah.
easily done a Stop T, like the raps, or the people who are big rather.
So, yeah.
But if I'm gonna go get you a rapper, somebody who's not as big, but that person, she could make my top five,
But,
and that's what I
hmm.
like about it. Then if I were to also mention like honorary mention, I'd say, oof, but now I'm under pressure. I'm thinking there's a K Ride, there's Jungle, there's Iconic. All those are fire tracks. Eh, let's say Jungle.
Yeah.
As an honorary mention, let's say Jungle. This is so difficult.
And
Can all 9 songs be a standout?
yeah. And I get it. I get it. Because with one of the albums that I've listed, I have the same
Yeah.
problem that you have. Like it's very difficult to
See.
choose like specific songs to be stand out because it's just a beautiful album
Mm,
throughout.
it is. It really is. Yo, man. Damn. You may you put me under pressure there, but it's cool. I
Yeah.
think I'll just say those three. And I think one thing I liked about this album, no,
Yeah.
he didn't have a lot of features.
Oh yeah.
Literally, I think from what I saw, I picked up three, which is Zulu Maker, as I mentioned, Lord Keys, and Marcus Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
really said, I want you guys to hear me rap.
Yeah.
That's when
And
I'm gonna be here rapping.
yeah, and I feel like this was for him, he did it just as a introduction to Stay Low Entertainment. It was
Yes.
yeah, and also we have to add that technically this isn't even an album at all. It's an EP. But
Correct.
but we're just using the term album
Yes,
loosely.
yes.
Yeah. So like I feel like he did this as his introduction to Stay Low Entertainment, because all three of the artists that he features on there, Zulu Maker, Lord Keys, and Marcus Harvey, are also part of Stay Low Entertainment. So I feel like that maybe what was the reasoning behind just having those features, and also like because it's a very short EP, like 21 minutes. It's not very
Mm.
long, so I feel like it was just an introduction type thing.
It was, and not you mentioning the length. I can't believe I'm going to say that, but it's very like it's not the main reason, but it's one of the reasons why I gave it the rating that I gave it. Right. So I gave it an 8.5.
But yeah,
I was leaning towards the 9, but I had to take 1.5 points away for two things. The length, and I feel like I was denied
too
maybe
short.
another piece. Two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you
Maybe another
complaining
piece.
about yeah, not you complaining about project being too short.
That's where I'm going, you see. Had he made 10 tracks, it would be perfect. Because it's still less than 30 minutes. Because if it's 22, I think, right now, right?
Yeah,
21. So
21, yeah.
if you added one, like, it was gonna be perfect, you know? And on the track, I don't know, man, I feel like I wanted I'm in my Pitori bag right now. I'm in my Tswana Sotho and Pedi bag. I'm in my Pitori bag. That's where I'm at, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I would have liked to have him rap in Setswana, featuring 25K, featuring Lucas Raps, featuring Tato Soul. I don't know why. I just have that song in my head. I've never heard it like that. But I'm just like, as Nakona as a closing song on
Yeah.
the album, like just buzz. Straight up, everyone must rap. I don't know why. I just wanted that, you know.
Yeah. Gojo,
See,
it's
and
on,
giving me that, I'm gonna be happy.
Gojo, it's on the 25K album where he's rapping in Setswana, or is it on the DJ Clan album?
Isn't it the DJ Clean?
Yeah, I think no, I think it's DJ Clan. 25K didn't release anything last year, right?
Didn't he? Or the
Uh
or the year before? No, man, 25K released something. If not last day, it's the year before last. Because he has two
yeah.
albums, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Because Well, the Plug and the second one,
Oh, is it the plug too?
wait. Loyal to the
No,
Plug is 2024, right?
yeah.
Then what's
Oh,
happening?
see, no, but I think it was on the DJ Clan album where he's rapping in
Yeah, I
Setswana.
don't know to take here because Loyal to the Plug is 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, like
And imagine having also McLaren, Latinova Pounds. Like I'm just all of them. Like give us a good album is 21 minutes. Give us a good 7-minute track. Clean, just raps.
and they can do it. Like they can
Yeah,
properly do
yeah.
it.
Clean. Everyone just comes in. Like so like they must all come in for next so much so it's just like wait, who just came in now?
Yeah.
And the
And no
cadence must be the same. Like just be straight with it. No change. Literally, we must be confused who's rapping at this
and
point in time.
they shouldn't do a hook either. Like it
Yes.
would just be bars all the way
Yes.
from start to
So
finish.
you're hearing things, you're hearing 25K, you're hearing Lucas Raps, you're hearing literally Little Nova Pounds, you're hearing McLaren. And it's just, think what would be telling is, okay, this voice is too deep. This is McLaren.
Yeah.
Or this one is 25K. But we must struggle a bit, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I want. And it's the
Yeah.
last song on the album.
Yeah.
And after that, literally end the song as the last word is said. Don't drag it with the beat at the end. No.
No.
As the last word is said, the song must end there.
Spend. Yeah. You know,
See.
yeah, because I'm also like getting ideas about how the song could go. But yeah, it's a pretty solid idea. We should get
I
that.
need it. I need it.
Yeah, we
Remember
should get that.
how we used to want to read lyrics?
Yeah, that
Because
should
I feel
happen
like
with this song.
that song, that's gonna happen. Because there's no way I'm gonna listen to everything and get it.
Yeah,
I will need to read the lyrics. Okay, this is what's happening. Go back to those days.
yeah, and they should put it up on what's that website where you get the lyrics? The hip hop
Genius,
website. Genius,
Genius,
yes.
yes,
Yeah, they should put it up on Genius themselves. Immediately when the song comes out, we should have it on
yes,
Genius.
clean.
Yeah.
That's the
The
main reason for being the 8.5. See, if I had that song and it was 28 minutes, it's gonna be a 10.
yeah.
So basically, the rating is not even rating the raps. Everything about that is clean.
Yeah.
I could never fault Ginger when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, but yeah, but so but anyway, moving on. So my first album that I put on there, and I'm kind of like getting regrets right now as we're talking about this because an album that I forgot was the Kane Keat album, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I feel like we should have been talking about that one as well. But I put on DJ Clean's All Is Fair. So. This one he released on Friday on the 25th. Sorry, it's a 10-song album, 30 minutes.
Mm.
The a standout song for me was You featuring XXC Legacy. So XXC is actually rapping on that one, but the entire album, the album as a whole, is an R&B album. Because XXC, I don't know if no, she can sing. Yeah, she can.
She can. She
Yeah,
can.
she properly can. But yeah, she was rapping on that album. So she Clan put on like 11 artists on there, like got
Mm.
11 features. So there's AV Rain Candy, Lord Keys, PO, J Jody. I think J Jody, no, okay. Yeah, J Jody, Gwazi
Mhm.
M, The Big Hash. There's it's Abulash. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. XXC Legacy, obviously. Sorry about that. There's SBX, Anyota Parker, and Joda Horsey. I don't know if you're familiar with Joda.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but she's properly a proper vocalist. Now I don't know where DJ Clen got the idea to put together an R&B album, uh, but it's a pretty good one. I feel like it's a pretty good one. One
Mm.
thing that I did not like though about the album is that most of the vocals, or rather the singing, sounds the same. It's that thing, like the
Wow.
nonchalant type singing
Yeah.
that they have on there with new age R&B.
Yeah.
They're doing that. So that's the one thing that I don't really like. But also at the same, because I was listening to it while I was at the gym, and I was surprised by how quickly it finished because ru- I just started the album right now, and or maybe it's because I was pretty much flowing in the gym, but like 30
Yeah.
minutes, yeah, after 30 minutes it was done. Next thing it was the intro again, and the intro, I don't know who is actually talking on there, but in my mind I was thinking that it's probably Maya Angelou or something, where
Mm.
it's a bit of an interview going on. Could be either Maya Angelou or Nina Simone, but I doubt it's Nina Simone. I don't know who's talking there on the intro. But yeah, like it's a pretty good album, and the rating that I give it is 7 out of 10. And I gave it the seven mainly because of how the singing was done on there. Uh, but for the most part, and also I only have like one standout track, or at least for me. But a lot of the
Yeah.
vocalists on there, like XXC Legacy, obviously, always brilliant. Joda Horsey, brilliant. Lord
Mm.
Keys, brilliant. And also, but I also feel like the features probably he put them together properly, or maybe it sounds like they're proper because they're all singing pretty much the
Mm.
same way. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, it's a pretty good album.
I need to listen to it. Also, DJ Shane is moving like Kelvin Momo, or is it just me? I feel like he's always putting in the work. Like I always see something being dropped from DJ Shane. I'm just like, this oak.
Yeah,
Like, where
because
was he the whole time? Or was he just working, 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 and said the day I start releasing, I'm not gonna
yeah,
give them a break. There's
Be-
always something from him. And his work is very good, man. He also he gets the features very right.
yeah, it does.
Like he gets them very right.
Yeah, because the album before this one didn't come out too long ago. Like I think
He
what was it
didn't.
this year? I think it came out this year.
Early early, very early
Either
this year.
or maybe late last
Eh,
year.
Late last year, yes.
Yeah,
But he's just putting in the work, and also not just the albums, even the gigs. One thing about him, he's always in the streets.
yeah.
Like and when he's working, I like that he brings out artists that he has on the songs.
Songs.
So it's not like he's being booked to perform, like to just DJ,
Yeah.
but he pulls them out, whether it's your Jodies, your Gingers, your Touches, your Nieces, there's always someone performing.
Hmm.
And I like
Yeah.
that. I feel like the visibility is very important for South African hip hop
Well,
artists.
yeah.
Because they sleep on that. They
Yeah.
just release and they move on, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like with this album, it's a good way to remind everyone that R&B is still alive, especially in South Africa, because a lot
Yeah,
of these artists, I feel like they're going to get some recognition, the recognition that they need.
that they need. True. Now I must definitely check it out. I haven't checked it out as well.
Yeah, yeah, like it's pretty good. I feel like it's pretty good.
And also, I feel like I like it when we are being put onto new artists because I've found my favorite artists from features, and
Mm,
I always appreciate that. There are artists right now that are my favorites that if it wasn't for a certain feature, like your Ngobiazo, for example,
yeah,
your Anzo as well, if it wasn't them being featured in a particular song, I
we
wouldn't
wouldn't
know
know
them,
them.
you
Yeah,
know? And I really like it. Yeah, because I'm looking at the features that are on this album that you're speaking of, All Is Fair. Like literally, I think the only two people I know, or three rather, that I know from there.
yeah.
Okay, four as well. Like your J. Jody's Big Slot Keys and Access C Legacy. Like Nyota Parker, Angmazi, Joda as well, into,
Yeah,
like follow their work, check them out and do all of that. And it's always exciting to go like and see new artists or
yeah,
listen and discover new artists.
yeah. But I think you've seen one of Joda's
Yeah,
tweets.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think you've seen one of Joda's tweets. I think it went pretty viral on Twitter. I think it was last year, if I'm not. Yeah, it was last year, where
Yeah.
she said that at one point she couldn't stop crying because she started crying because she couldn't stop cheating. I don't know if you remember that tweet.
I remember it
Yeah.
very well. I just didn't realize my problem was I never really necessarily look at like the handles that are tweeting these things unless
Yeah.
it be somebody that I know like that. Oh, guys, it's
Yeah.
toxicity. My goodness, why are you crying? But you know what? Let me not digress. Let me not digress. I
Yeah.
listen to the music. You know what? Let me talk about my second album, as I
Yeah.
said, in no particular order.
Yeah.
My other album is The Big Bro Theory by
Yeah.
Kwesta, the car, self-proclaimed king of African
African
rap.
rap. Yeah.
Released May 9th, 12 songs, 47 minutes, 43 seconds. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the length. I'm really not mad. You see, if you're not gonna touch an hour, I'm happy.
Yeah.
47 minutes, yeah. Standout tracks, Ingawazam featuring Undabezinhle Mdunga. Absolutely love the song. Um, Contra by featuring Kid X.
Mm.
Also, man, Kid X owned that song. It's my ears he had a longer verse, if I can say that, but also what he's saying on that song. Ooh, ooh.
Like it's
Sometimes when I'm
proper
listening to that
raps.
song, I'm just like, waterworks, waterworks, waterworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's something else. And also, I like the tone. I really, really like the tone because I feel like he's rapping.
Mm.
Like he's rapping on the throne. And it's the second track, I think, on the album. Because I think it's the intro, then it's the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just starts rapping. I absolutely love it. And I feel like I'm gonna have my honorary mention with all of my standout tracks.
Yeah.
Here I'm caught between Nyaka Nyaka and the one that is, if I can say, quote unquote, giving flowers to touchline.
Mm.
Because I think
The-
with that one, hmm, the one featuring Amanda Black, the title is, oh, guys, running away from me. The last track on the
the-
album. I remember it. It's fine. I remember it. But it's the last track
but
featuring Amanda Black.
like, yeah,
I think that's where he's just low key, high key giving Touchline his flowers. And I think I'm being a bit biased with this one, not because I like Touch, but because I think I was there when, before the listening session, when they were performing Go Untitled Basement.
but yeah,
Remember, he asked Touch not to leave because Touch performed first before him, right?
yeah,
Excuse me, he asked Touch not to leave because he just wanted to do this little something for him. And he performed the song. He also performed Nyaka Nyaka. He did, I think, 3 songs from the album before the listening session.
yeah,
And that moment, man, it was so beautiful. I remember Slicker just standing there taking a video of them. And at that moment, it was, I think, for all of us, yes, it was a beautiful moment. But because we know that Kwesta raps,
mm.
we were focusing on the rap. And Kwesta makes music, guys.
That
You
proper
know,
music.
proper. You know how I was complaining last time, Muguti, he hasn't given us any album. And he
Yeah,
reminded me that he dropped that album with Kabza.
yeah,
Like Nyaruzo, but that's not the Kwesta I want. Because one thing about me, I'm very, when it comes to that, somebody once said something to me about me being, what's the word? Not having expectations necessarily, but oh man, I forgot the word, the term they used. But you know, when you're so used to someone doing something, you always expect that from them.
oh yeah,
You feel like yes, they owe you that. And one thing about Chris, I always feel like he owes me raps. Forgetting
and
also that unfortunately he might not be as hungry as he was
that's
when he
yeah,
dropped Stomp. When he dropped Stomp, let me tell you, rent was due. When he
yeah,
dropped Ushakala, rent, that man his clothes, they were outside the door in the Mashangan bags. They were it's not the same now, but one thing I appreciate about him, he's still rapping. That's not one thing I'm going to take away from Kwesta.
Mm,
He's still rapping, Shem. And I think he reminded us on this album, Muguzi, I still got this. I
yeah,
still know how to rap,
yeah, and
and yeah, no, that I have quite a few favorite tracks on that album.
yeah, and he does it proper. Like he does it like properly. Because I also got to listen to the album. But I just wanted, like, the one thing for me, right, is that I didn't really like much is the album cover. I just do not understand why they did it that way, and also the quality of it. I don't know if it's intentional or what's going on, but I'm not feeling that cover.
That's one of the main reasons for the rating that I gave it. So before I give it my rating, the features are just to name a few. He has Blackie, he has Kid X, he has Ndabezinhle Mtungwa, Black Diamond as well. And I also love the song Black Diamond. Ukilim, it's very fun. It's
Yeah,
very, very fun. Like it's gonna grow in me. That I can tell you for free, it's gonna grow in me.
yeah,
But I gave that album a rating 9 out of 10 for 2 reasons. Nah,
yeah.
don't like the album cover.
Mm,
I really don't like the album cover. I don't understand it, especially when you listen to the album. I just see no correlation, or I
yeah.
hear no correlation.
And the name of the
Maybe in the
album
flow,
as
but
well.
I really don't. Yes, that's what I'm saying. 2 reasons.
Yeah,
I really, I don't know, man. The name of the album, yes, there's a reason why he said that, but I still don't get it. Because I listened the day he dropped the album, he had a radio tour, if I can say that. I heard him
mm,
on Metro, I heard him on Y, and there's a third one. Ooh, it's running away from me. It's Kaya. I remember, but I think he had like a radio tour that day. And he would try and explain because I think on Metro, even his brother called in, his big
yeah.
brother, and they spoke and everything. But I'm just like, I don't get the title. Like I don't know, man. I feel like there's no correlation between the title, the album cover, and the songs
So,
on it. Maybe I could understand it better, but that's literally the reason I gave it 9. I don't like this album cover, and the album title as well. I'm not really, doesn't make sense
yeah.
for me personally. That's the main reason I gave it a 9. But the tracks, I absolutely love it. I love the
It's-
duration, love the tracks, love the features. It's a solid album.
Yeah, like it's a proper solid album. But yeah, so my second album that I have on here is Mass Music and Dali Wonga's Bas'tholile. So this one was released on the 23rd of May, seven songs, 47 minutes.
Mhm.
So, which is a bit weird when you consider that it's only seven songs and it's and it's 47 minutes. Like I feel like it's a
The
bit
same length
long
as
for the number of
Questa's, and
songs.
Questa is like 12 songs.
Oh, what's that?
No, sorry, I was saying it's the same length as Questa's album, and Questa's album is 12 songs.
Oh yeah, exactly. But yeah, the standout tracks for me is Ascale Vente featuring Pori as well as Waza.
Mhm.
And the features on there, it's a number of features. It's got Lord Weezy, Emo, Pori, Devon Gogo, Kolane Guitars, Amos, and Tato Hatsi. I think that's like seven features if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, one, two,
Yeah.
three, four, five. Yeah, it's seven features. Now, this album, it's very chilled, very laid back. You can
Yeah.
hear like the like masses bass lines on there. Like he laces like the bass lines proper. Like it's very unique to as to how he does them. But I don't think it has any like uh big bangers, like party bangers. It's more like uh, I mean, and it is mass music. It's more like the the private school
Grootman.
piano, yeah, Mahrutman, where it's just chilled, just relax. It's where I feel like if you're gonna choose any of the song, maybe the highest paced song on there is Ascalivante. But if you're
Yes.
gonna put in any of the songs on a set, it's usually going to be like with exclusive stuff. Yeah, so it's that kind of album, and it's very easy to listen to, even though it's like seven songs, 47 minutes long. Very easy to listen to, and it also does have like pretty decent replay value.
Yeah, no, it does. I've given it a listen as well. And I just like to say, whatever's going to happen for Tato Hata this year, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
What
because
an amazing vocalist.
yeah, because
Oof.
busy as well, like almost everywhere.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I like that song actually. Not that it's the first song on the album, but
Yeah.
Ububele is my jam. I genuinely like the song.
Yeah.
As Calavante as well. I hear you. I hear you. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, it will get a whole lot of replay value from a lot of people actually
Mm,
when you mention it. And also, I like the album cover. I might not understand it, but it's cool.
cool. Yeah. Like
It's
it's
a
it's
very
one
cool album cover.
it's one of those album covers where you wish you actually bought the CD, had the physical CD. Yeah, like
Yes.
it would make it look very special. Like if you had it like physically.
Like I imagine it as a vinyl cover, like
Yeah.
the big ass
That's
thingy, and you just putting out the vinyl. Oh,
yeah.
it's a clean cover.
Yeah, it's very clean. So personally, my rating for the album is 8 out of 10. I feel like that's the perfect rating for it. Very chilled, uh, very relaxing, but also very good. And the song with Devin Gok, I think there's like three people on there. That one is also
Mhm.
very nice.
It is. I mean, I know about Kalani guitars, guys. Phew.
Like he plays it, like
Oh, God.
properly plays it.
You know who it reminds me of? Reminds me of Uban. Is it Fatso? On Java's Ikandlela.
Oh,
Is it Fatso?
I think so.
Hmm. I'll need to check. But there's something about an instrument when it's being played well, where it just carries the song, man.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and
that for me, beautiful.
yeah, very beautiful. It's very amazing.
No, it's
So
a solid album, actually.
yeah,
I didn't think you'd have it on your list, but now that you mention it, I'm like, clean,
yeah,
clean.
yeah,
It's
but
a good
also
one.
yeah, and also like with the album title as well. It's I don't really get it as well. Like Bas'tholile. especially when you consider
Yeah.
the conversations that they've been having online. When you talk about the founder, so Bas'tholile, usually talking about Americans finding new places to stay at in South Africa.
Bas'tholile for real.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wish Mass Music did interviews, man, because it would have been nice to talk to him and have him explain it to
Yeah.
us. Yeah. But he doesn't like to do
And I
interviews.
think he lives true to his name. It's just making the music.
Music, yeah.
Music, nothing else. I don't want to have chats.
Yeah. Like he just wants
Just
to
want to
play,
make music.
yeah, he just wants to make his music.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
but yeah, to move on. My third album is it's a posthumous album because it was released after, but it's
Mm.
Ricky Rick's Boss Zonke Forever.
Yeah.
Released April 4th, 17 songs, 59 minutes. He almost made me mad, you see? But
Yeah.
he's like, we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Then it's like just
Like
under an
just
hour.
remember, yeah.
Yes. And my standout tracks, I have a few actually. This was difficult because it's the long album, right? 17
Mm.
tracks. It was difficult for me to pick. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just give you this three. But also, the more I think about it, the more I have more tracks I'd like to add
But
as my standout tracks.
yeah.
But I absolutely love Back Home, which is I don't know how to feel about it. Also, remembering his last tweet
Sweet.
and of
Yeah.
all of that, yeah, but it's a beautiful song. Like you hear a story behind it, you hear where he was at, what was happening, you kind of understand what's going on.
Mm.
Then also Emotions featuring Casper.
Yeah.
They both did something there.
They did.
As much as some things that are, they might
Yeah.
cause a lot of discourse, but they really did something great on that
Mm.
song. And as I said, E-ish or Ish featuring Blackie, that song always finds itself on my shuffle all the time. I'm just like, actually, it's one of those songs because it's fun, it's nice. Like, on Spotify, right? There's, for example, there'll be a Ricky Rick radio,
Yeah.
then every day you get a daily mix, right? So depending on the kind of music you listen to, they'll kind of like curate a mix for you for
Yeah.
every day, from mix one to mix five, and it's all different genres. So maybe the first one will be a Maskandi mix, the second one is a gospel mix, hip hop, R&B, and, right?
Yeah.
And literally every mix that I have of the day when it's hip hop, Ash is always there. So I've accepted was I'm gonna hear the song every
So,
day. So I had to edit on my standard tracks. I really had to. Then I think I'd also mention Raindrops. Raindrops is such a beautiful song.
so yeah. It's
As
also
much
pretty
as it was
emotional,
released
man.
as a single, yes, as much as it was released first as a single, um, there's some songs that once they were released as a single, when you hear it in an album, you just want to skip past it because you've been hearing it a lot, right?
So yeah.
But that doesn't happen with Raindrops. I still listen to it like that. And
Yeah.
it's a very beautiful song. Then there were a lot of features on this album, which will also explain why I gave it the rating I gave it. It's too many
Too
features. I think
many.
that's 24, if not, yeah, around 20 something. There was a lot of features,
Yeah.
like from Blackie to Casper to Lucille, Lo-Fi, 25K, Blue Papi, Dikaula, Apocalyptic 8. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of features. And my rating, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Or it could be 8.5, but I'll stick with the 8. 8 out of 10, simply because, as I said, there's too many features, too
Mm.
much going on,
Yeah.
too many features. And as a result, I feel like the sound of the album was a bit lost, if I can say that. Because there's a part we don't understand exactly what kind of album is it.
Yeah.
The R&B-ish, there's hip hop as well. Then there's a whole lot of, I don't know, it's not home, but I don't know, it's like there's a party feel to a certain song.
Yeah.
So you're not understanding exactly what was happening here. Yes, I kind of Ricky Rick was a rapper, right? But you're just like, there's a lot happening here that Guti, if he was still alive, there's certain songs that wouldn't have made it to this particular album
Yeah.
because they don't go with the whole sound, feel, and look of this particular
Particular
album,
album. Yeah.
you know? So it's that. And my other reason is I don't want to say they failed to because they did get some of the features, but I still want to say they failed to get the features that he wanted in Mshenga Post.
Good.
Because one thing about people, like people in general, not just rappers, right? Or artists, we have that thing that if somebody wanted something done and Asimizilanga Sapila in his death or their death, we're going to do it, right?
Yeah.
I still feel like even people that he didn't get along with, and maybe he had said, Guti, I want to have Usman Bani on a song, right?
Mm.
I feel like that person was going to do it as much as they didn't get along. And I don't think Ricky had a lot of those people, even if maybe they were like clashing a bit or butting heads a bit. It wasn't so deep that they wouldn't wanna, if asked to come or give them a verse, they wouldn't want to give a verse.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Shenga Costa, they denied him that one last wish. Yes, they brought Dikaula, the queen of Gods and Costa, because unfortunately he has also passed.
God. Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't difficult for them to just do it exactly how he
Like,
said it.
yeah.
It's all
And
for me, that's all I wanted.
yeah, and it would have sounded proper if they just had
Shenga
the
Costa.
names that he mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give us Tanya the way he wanted Tanya.
Yeah.
Don't give us that. Yeah, and I said, and I'm not saying this to take away from the song. It's
Yeah.
still a cool
It's
song.
gone.
All held their own. But I feel like had they done it the way he had wanted
So,
it,
yeah.
and was going to eat. For me, it would have then been a solid 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
That and less features because there's a lot of features on the album.
yeah, I feel like the producers took a risk with that one, where yeah, I feel like they just took a risk saying that we know what Ricky wanted, but maybe if we just
Mhm.
add these other names, it would sound better than what he thought it would. And they probably meant it as a surprise to his fans to make it to try and make it sound better than what it would have had they stuck to the names that he mentioned. But yeah, it's a cool song. It still sounds proper, but just the emotional attachment to it, knowing
Yes.
what he wanted, I feel like is what ruins it in a sense. And also, I have to, with regards to emotions, I have to correct myself on there because remember when we were talking about it earlier, the first time rather, I said that Casper's probably gonna go on there and talk about his Maybach and whatever, and he didn't touch on any of those things, but he just properly went in. Uh, uh, it just opened his heart, and it is an emotional song, and he rapped like properly on there, like he rapped nice on
Mm-hmm.
emotions. Yeah.
I love
So
it. They both did solid. Love it.
yeah, yeah. So and also got to listen to the album. Like the album cover also very nice. Like it's a
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful.
That's very him. That's
Yeah,
very him.
yeah,
Because he was a creative. Ricky was a creative guy. He had an eye for beautiful things.
yeah,
Things that you when otherwise you wouldn't see as artistic or creative. He
yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, it did. It did. So like the album cover was beautifully done. The features on there as well. I feel like they were done properly.
Yeah.
Except for obviously for pushing a poster, but it's just the emotional attachment
Yeah.
that is pretty much ruining the whole thing, the whole song. But yeah, I have to agree. But the rating as well, I have to agree. It's a nice album.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Yeah. Yeah, so my third and final album that I have on here is Mthuthuzeli. So what was released on the 30th of April, got 12 songs, and it is 69 minutes long. The standout tracks for me, I mean, well, 12 songs, like I feel like the first seven songs actually they stood out. But on here, I have Classic Wave, Weekend as Zee and Manelisi, and Diwakai.
Mm-hmm.
Diwakai and Umrena, we talked about it last week.
Yes.
They are okay. Umrena is my personal favorite. Diwakai, people love it as well. It's got that samba, no, that salsa sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Wave, it's the first song on there. It is very jazzy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very jazzy, very nice. Weekend Aziwe is a vibe, a very beautiful song. Morena, I love the messaging on there and also how the vocals were
Made
executed.
of Amos. So
Yeah, Amos on there, like proper, very nice. Properly executed vocals. The writing as well
mm-hmm.
is incredible. It's got 19 features. I can't name every one of them, but some of the standout features on there are Amos, Kabza, Mackenzie, Murumba Pitch, Zawadi, and Akatias. Still, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name properly, Akatias, or yeah, I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. But yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
album. It's a great album. The first seven songs again for me, very beautiful. I even stopped because every time a song came on, I would put a star on it. I would favorite it until I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no ways. I'm do at
There's
the
no
end.
way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna favorite every song on the album.
Double album.
Yeah. But that's just how I feel about the album actually. Kijima is the lead single, if I'm not mistaken, because it's out
Yes.
pretty much everywhere. I think it's the second last or third last song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Like the track listing, it's done nicely, but also
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of easy for a house album to be done, the track listing to be done properly, because it's not like a an R&B or hip hop album where you are chasing like a particular message. So
Oh,
with
yeah.
yeah, with most other genres, how you track list the songs is very important, especially with what is being said on each song. But with a house album, it's kind of easy. It's just a matter of how the songs sound and not necessarily the messaging on there that also plays a role. It's just about how it sounds, how you go from one song to another. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit easier to track list a house album. At least that's how I feel.
No, I
But
agree.
yeah, but overall, Mthuthuzeli, for me, it's a 9 out of 10. Easy. The
Yeah, no,
album
I
cover
I
also is very nice.
no, I have to agree. I've listened to it and I started with the album cover. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Liked it. Actually, I think out of all the ones we've spoken about, only two, was it two or one that we didn't really like? It was
Yeah.
one because we didn't mention Ginger, but I love that album cover. Oh, that's a
Oh
clean
yeah.
album cover.
Very,
Clean.
very
So I think the
clean.
only one was just like it's Kwesta
Mm.
that we don't understand. But most of the albums were no done
Yeah.
pretty, the album cover was done pretty
Yeah.
well. But there's a song I didn't mention yet on the Mthuthuzeli's album that I actually like. I don't know if it's called the title of the song, but Imkhuleko is the last song on the album.
Oh
Genuinely,
yes. Yeah. Yeah. I actually forgot that one.
I genuinely
I
love
forgot
it.
that one.
Yeah, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a beautiful song. It's a very beautiful, actually, the entire album is a beautiful album.
Was very, very
I
beautiful.
finally gave it a listen and I gave it quite a like multiple spins over the weekend. I'm like, okay,
Mm.
I was sleeping on something great here. Oh,
Yeah.
I think there's something about me and them too. That, like with music, generally, I'm not one to listen to something as it drops. If it happens, I don't know what I'm going through the day. It's
Yeah.
quite rare. I can take weeks before I listen to not even days, weeks. Literally, you can drop something today on the 26th.
Mm.
And then Mamela first week of July, you know?
Yeah.
Like even with that, even if I see some spoilers on the timeline or somebody saying this is a great album, I'll still listen to it and give it my own rating
Mm.
if I feel like it's not a great album, for me, it's not. For you, it is, yes, and vice versa. You might feel like it's not, but I like it, you know.
Yeah.
So I go in there with like no expectations, with a heart and ears that are ready to listen, and I move. So I did that on Mthuthuzeli and I absolutely love it. Not to be biased, because anyone who knows me knows I'm Mthuda, as I love Mthuda. From the first Ace of Spades to the reshuffle with Tsuyontuzan as well. What's this? To the Landlord, Story to Tell, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always I love private school piano, and I feel like them two does it very well, you know.
Mm.
Like he reminds me of your the same guy, like group of guys who were my introduction to piano, like your Gamba Canal as well. Those are my fighters, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to agree. The rating clean, I agree. A good
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
Yeah. Like it's a beautiful album. I don't know when he's going to drop again, but I'm looking forward to it.
That's one thing about them too. And it's gonna drop him. He's
Yeah.
the one. You see how we always say, not Gabs, pardon me. Calvin is
Yeah.
always in studio. I feel like a lot of Amapiano artists are always in studio. They're always cooking up some music.
Yeah.
They're always, always
And
making some music.
and it translates. It translates
It does.
to the music that they put out because I know with someone like Mass Music, we know Gucci is always in studio. Then Toot is
Yes.
always in studio. Calvin is always in studio. Dabza is always in studio. But the only person who continuously
Yes.
misses gigs out of all those people is Calvin. Uh, but
To be fair, I think he's the one who gets booked the most between all of them, him and Kabza.
yeah,
Because I know them two that doesn't get booked as much. Guys, but the way they're always in studio, because I'm thinking right now as you speak, DJ Stocky, guys, Stocky has been releasing mixes for years and years. I think it's on volume number 45, if I'm mistaken. This man is always releasing mixes, and those mixes are 2 hours, an hour 40 of just good music. And it doesn't repeat a mix, it doesn't repeat what he dropped 2014
yeah,
today. Guys, that's genius, man.
it is.
Like
And
DJ Stocky also works.
yeah,
Oh,
and I get it because you know that there are days when you just get the bug, man. Like you just feel like I wanna create a mix. I wanna play right now. And it probably that's probably what happens to him as well. Like he just feels like I wanna play a set right now. And he just goes on there, records it, and it comes out
yes.
the way that it does, and he releases it.
Libo Chaivan, guys, Chaivan has birthday mixes. He has, oh man. Like now I'm thinking about them all. I'm just like, these people are always working and they always give us solid music.
Yeah,
Solid music.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's you had an honorable mention for an album. I don't know if you wanna get into it very quickly.
Before I get into it, in 2 weeks is that Red Bull event. Kelvin Momo, for my sake, as much as I'm not going. Oh my goodness.
You know that weekend
Oh,
is going to be a rough one if it doesn't show up.
oh my, they need to chain him there. They must fetch him from his house on Friday. Take all his toilet shoes because I had hope. I really
Yeah,
had hope. After what he did this past weekend, I'm like, Dude, you're being sued in Australia. Is it Australia or New
Australia,
Zealand?
yeah.
Australia. Yes. You're being sued right now in a country that, right now, as we speak, they have all kinds of animals.
Yeah.
If they wanted to put you in, they could have just flew you over and did that, you know? But, yo, and a week or two later, or a couple of weeks, you're still missing gigs locally. Dude, this guy goes to Magobenjalo for fun all the time. Now, when he has to gig proper, he misses it. Are you mad?
Piano Hub missed that one as well. Uh,
How? That's
that
home. Kelvin is always in the hood. Like right now, it's a Monday. I could literally just go to Extreme Lounge right now and I'll find Kelvin there.
yeah.
I go to SMK. Literally, as the way they always in the hood, ne? And they move together. They will go to Mink, from Mink, go to Extreme, Extreme, go to SMK, go to Mogobenjala, go to Bamba Bonke. What goes wrong when he has to honor certain gigs?
Yeah. I Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see with the Red Bull one. With the Red Bull, it has to show up. You can't.
I'm sure
I
the
can't
contract
miss
is
it.
insane. They said if you miss this, your career is over.
No, yeah.
cause man, not people fighting to get tickets like that and you miss it.
But
But
yeah,
it's fine. I hope it comes through. But just
yeah,
to close off with my honorary mention, I don't know how I forgot this album, honestly, but I remembered it rather later. Icala Lempumelelo by Big Zulu.
mm.
I love it. Also,
Great
I like the
album.
fact that it didn't feature Java as much as people expected.
Yeah,
Because this is a Big Zulu album and not an Inkabi Zezwe album.
yeah.
I think Java is only on the interlude with Tuma 7, where they're just all rapping.
Mm.
No hook, no nothing. It's just bars. They're all rapping. Absolutely love it. And I also love the first track, Icala Lempumelelo. I feel like one thing about Big Zulu is a very good storyteller.
It is.
Like
There's
in my head, I literally know the house that Big Zulu grew up in with the grandmother,
yeah,
because of how he has always told the story and how he's able to put you in that space, you
yeah.
know. I absolutely love that song. I think it's like it's as I've heard a Big Zulu story multiple times, and like I've heard it over and over again. But I think every time he says it on a different song, I don't want to say it sounds different, but it low key sounds different. I don't
Different.
know if I'm
Yeah.
making sense. It's not like it's
No,
not the
it
same,
does. It does. It sounds
So
like he's not the same person that released the previous album. Almost.
exactly.
Yeah.
But, and the story is still the same. It's
Yeah.
still the same about how he grew up in poverty. Yes, now he's making it a bit better. Now he has a McLaren's. He flew
Yeah.
to Spain, to Italy, sorry, for the Spitz campaign. Like quite a few things, but there's also growth in that. As much as he's still telling about his poverty, in the previous album he didn't have a McLaren. So
Yeah.
now there's also that, like, it's a success
It's
story
just,
now. There's that improvement.
mm,
And when he speaks about Island Pomelo, it's basically saying, good team, sometimes as people are blaming you for making it. Because
mm.
Iqala is basically a case, right?
Case. Yeah.
So if you say Island Pomelo, I made it, but now
Yeah. So
I
wrong.
keep people, yes, I owe certain people something for making it, which is
Yeah.
quite sad because I won't lie. One thing about it's just like, how they always say, mortally chance, it's a caucus, leave the hood.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, people do tend to become jealous, and sometimes there's that burden on you, especially coming from a place that he comes from.
Yeah.
There are people who have expectations. Gucci,
Yeah.
from here, you need to help us with one, two, three, and four. And there's also only so much you can do. I know he's very consistent with buying like school shoes for kids in his neighborhood.
Mm.
Last he bought them laptops, things that he never had growing up. I mean, he never had school shoes.
Yeah.
So only so much you can do. But the fact that you have this particular reach, certain people feel like they're entitled, you know
Yeah. And
they're supposed to do something for them because now you are on TV or now you're a celebrity. So I kind of get where sometimes it feels like there's pressure on him.
yeah, like people wish you well until you actually make it, and then
Make
suddenly they're
true,
not they're not happy that you've
true,
made it.
true.
You
That's
know.
that's literally it, honestly. Then yeah, I think it was released on the 11th of April. That's not that far off from his birthday, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's 12 songs, 53 minutes. See, today's albums, I love their work.
Yeah. Less than an
Focus,
hour.
focus, clean. And the
Yeah.
standard tracks, as I said, the interlude, I love the interlude. In Ireland, Mpumelelo as mentioned, and also Abazazi Bafunani
Yeah.
featuring MT. There was the lead single before the album came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. In this house, we stand empty. I feel like you already know that.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love the song. Has 14 features, just to name a few. Nkosazana Daughter, MT, Java, DOS, Zagwe, Maseven, and Ushri. Not Umshi Nomtekala. Oh, she, yeah, I forgot his last name. But I can't now one.
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah, there's quite a few features, but I also like Ola is also there. It's a solid album, and I made a mistake. They wanted to give it a rating of 8.5. I don't know where the 7 came from.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. That's my honorary mention.
Yeah. Yeah, because if we had time, I'd go into the Kate Keat EP as well. I think it's Not Famous. Is it called Not Famous? Um let's see. Yeah, Not Famous. Because it's an incredible EP as well. Like 9 songs, 26 minutes. And they actually released this one just after signing with Rock Nation. I think it's a publishing deal that they have. Now, the standout song for me on there is the one with Zulu Mecca. It's
Mm,
yeah, Leap of Faith. No, it's Leap of
yes.
Faith and Homecoming. Or is it her?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's Homecoming for you. Like I think it's yeah, I think it is Homecoming where he is talking about or rather where I feel like it's Nas. Nas would have been a great feature on there.
Hmm.
That it's got that bit of a boom bap kind thing, like nostalgic hip hop from like in the 90s. And I feel like Nas would have been a great feature on there. But yeah, for me, great EP, but I think it's something that we'll be able to talk about another time. And it
No,
should be
definitely.
listened to. It should be listened to.
Yeah, definitely it should. And while we do that, we also need to speak about the trouble we're going to go through with saying Kane Kid and K Kid. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
They stress me
Like
all the time.
and
They stress me all the time.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of times when a new batch of artists come through, there's always like two artists who have similar names.
Mm,
Like it happens quite often.
yes.
More especially recently, where you have
Yeah.
at some point when the baby and little baby came out, it was there was that.
Mhm.
Right now, I've got K Keed and Kane Keed. I can't remember which other artists have had like similar names around the same time that they came out. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing.
And other thing, what makes it even worse, nah? Okay, kid, she's a woman, right? It's a
Yeah,
lady, but she dresses like a gent, right?
yeah,
Now when you see them on pictures, oh guys,
yeah.
I'm just like, it's a headache. And oh, also, and not to take anything away from her, she is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing.
What an amazing rapper. Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen her perform live. I'm like, my girl,
Yeah.
my girl. I
Yeah,
love
she's
it.
truly amazing. But yeah, I don't have anything else. Is there something that you want to share? Something you want to talk about?
No, I'm all good. But guys, I just wanna say, you see how we gave the world Amapiano? Hmm.
Yeah.
Nizongibuza ngelikompo, yes. You guys are gonna ask me. People over the world will be having a master class at the gym to Likompo. You
Yeah.
watch. Because there's
Yeah,
no way
because
you're not gonna burn calories. You are burning calories to Likompo,
yeah.
guys.
Because I think they had like a they had the balcony mix this
Anyway,
past
yeah,
weekend. Yeah.
yeah,
I saw a video of Shebe as he had just arrived at the venue. He was being escorted by security guards. I don't know what the seating is like, what they did there. But I think like the some of the performing artists that were seated, they were not seated like at the back, like at backstage,
Mhm.
but they were given like a place. There were couches, whatnot, like between the people that were there. Or I don't know if that was actually the case, or if Shebe just wanted to go and sit there. But all around them were like the people who came for the show, which
I
was
like that.
yeah, which was a bit different. Now Shebe as Shebe was going to the couch, is being escorted. He saw like a couple of fast people were shouting for him, and he asked to take a drink from one of the people's cooler box, and he came out with a
Fantima.
yeah.
Like
And,
Fantima. Oh, I was like, no, have it. What do you mean? Utima
yeah.
Kuloshi? Yeah.
And he
You
came
don't
out.
like Shebe. Hey,
Yeah.
give him beer. Give him beer.
Yeah, I mean, he was being polite, but he wasn't really asking. But Big Chevy
That's
wasn't
what I'm
really
saying.
asking. Yeah,
Give him beer. It's the only
yeah,
other question. So he was like, Wangtima. I was like,
yeah,
that's not a question. You're threatening me.
yeah,
The way he asked it, I'm like, I
yeah,
Shebe. I think about Shebe, guys.
yeah. Yeah, and that was a bit of a moment. I feel like people were excited for that, right? And I saw another video. I don't know which artist it was. I think it was actually Shere performing, and one of his entourage or whatever guys that he was on stage with. So, and I saw this video on TikTok where there was a young woman like at the front. She
Oh,
had she had the Samsung,
Samsung flip.
the Samsung Flip. So as he was taking a video, one of the guys took the phone from the stage and
Yeah,
actually took the video while he was on stage and
that
like
was
so
beautiful.
yeah, that was amazing.
Because the view that he got, like he was on top, so he was able
So
to capture everyone behind him. It was very
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, it was amazing. So I mean, like the Limpopo balcony mix, it looks like a proper vibe, like a
It
real
does.
vibe.
But I will need a grandpa and 6 Red Bulls.
Yeah. And also need to be careful not to step on anyone's shoes. Like that's one of
Ooh,
those places where you need
I
to be
know.
careful not to
Don't.
step on anyone's shoes.
Don't step on anyone's shoes. Don't pour anyone with the drink by mistake because people are dripped out in Nike head to toe. Those outfits are not, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah,
People are wearing favelas, they're
yeah.
wearing MXs, it's at 3.5, please.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Those are one of those are some of the places where you'll realize you see Shebe is not one of a kind. There's more people like him. Just that
Definitely.
Shebe is famous.
Definitely. Because
Yeah.
literally, they all rock Nike. You know what?
Yeah.
Love it for them.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything else. Yeah, if you still don't have anything more, Z?
And I'm good. I'm
You're
okay.
good.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If you've come this far in the episode, thank you very much for sticking with us. Please, if you haven't subscribed as yet, please don't forget to click that subscribe button. Please like, please share, please comment, please share with everyone that you can possibly share with. And thank you for helping us grow, for always being here. But for us, for myself, Manelisi, and the superstar Oracle Z, until next time. Cheers.